Joining us now with stories trending around the world is OjyOkpe. Good morning, Oji.
Good morning, Dr. Abati. Happy Friday. Good morning, Ayomide. How is it going?
I am
perfect.
Good
Morning, Rufi on fire. Dr. Abati is back with the bow tie. Welcome back.
Back
the doc.
To the uniform.
The legendary Dr. Abati. Back to the uniform.
Well, all right. No, if I said it,
continue. Please, more drinks today, Dr. Abati.
All right. Well, good morning to you, viewers. Let's begin what's trending, focusing on reactions to the rebuttal issued by the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, following his viral confrontation with Naval Lieutenant A.M Yerima over a disputed land in Abuja, reportedly linked to a former chief of Naval staff. Speaking with journalists on Thursday, Wike dismissed reports suggesting a personal conflict with the Nigerian military. He emphasized that he has great respect for the military and that the controversy has been exaggerated by individuals seeking to create the impression of a rift. The minister stated that his actions have always been guided by law, not sentiment or emotions. Let's take a look.
So many people have had problems. Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, former general, former head of state, former president, he will call me on phone. Minister, I look good at this problem of land here. Please carry. I will solve the problem. That is former head of state too. I respect the institutions. And I know what it takes. Even as a governor, nobody, no governor will say that they supported the military more than me. So I know. But how do you see a private individual knowing fully well that you are against the law? It is not military versus government, no. If it was military, I would have written to them that, look, military, why are you doing this? This is a private individual. Land was not allocated to him. Land was allocated to a company called Santos in 2007 for parks and recreation. You send this to them, start beating government officials. Not private, but government officials, beating them. Senior government officials, you were beating. Some people say I said before you're a fool. And what I meant to this, you cannot be carrying out an illegal order. That's what I meant. I didn't say me be a fool. I couldn't have said that. I don't the rule of the military.
He lied.
Yeah, he couldn't have said that.
He couldn't have.
I looked for that video.
Can you play back when he called him? Are you?
Well, I guess he meant, I didn't mean to call him a fool. What do you think?
The interpretation of the fool was that he was foolish for acting on the orders because he clearly said, you're a fool.
He said you're a fool. And the guy said, I'm not a fool, sir.
Yes.
So he said,
we have memes, we have videos, it was over. Okay, wait. The whole night, everybody heard him call the soldier a fool. Well, I'll take some reactions. This is from Kunle, who wrote, why is Wike still being garrulous after fueling tension? Why are his excesses tolerated? The ministers of Foreign Affairs, Defense, Economy aren't behaving like him. Is he the only minister in this administration? Does Wike know something about this administration we don't know? Another ex-user wrote, Minister Wike continues to demonstrate strong leadership, ensuring that laws are upheld and officials are protected while respecting all institutions. Kudos also to the Navy officer whose professionalism and support helped maintain order during this situation. Finally, another ex-user wrote, the best and most honorable thing Wike can do is to offer a sincere apology.
Simple. The
words used were demeaning, not just political banter. No need for weak cover-ups. Leadership demands accountability, not ego. And I think that is the main point at this point. I was hoping to hear an apology, but instead what we heard from the minister is, I couldn't have said that. I couldn't have called him a fool. Meanwhile, former Chief of Defense Staff, Lucky Irabor, criticized Wike's actions, saying the uniform of the military represents the authority of the state, even if it is a young person wearing it. General Irabor made the comment on Thursday while speaking at the National Dialogue on Media, Tourism and National Security at the 21st All Nigeria Editors Conference in Abuja. Let's take a look.
The uniform is not about who is wearing it. The uniform represents the authority of the state. Whether it's a small boy or not, it is the authority of the state. It's even worse when it is a commission officer who has a presidential commission. And so when you make such disparaging comments, you have desecrated the oath. You have desecrated the oath. What you have told the commander-in-chief and the authority that invested that position on him is that they are fools. So it is wrong. The officer that's in question, if you see him tomorrow wearing uniform, you wearing mufti, you will not see him. So what distinguishes the police, the military, and other agencies is the uniform. And so we should respect and honor the uniform. And that's what we should tell our children. That every Nigerian, when you see them, are they doing what is right? They may not be doing what is right. But then it is not your duty to now lay your hands on them. So otherwise, we're in a jungle. That's exactly what's happening.
All right, Dr. Mati actually made the point yesterday that all military generals are really upset with the fact that Wike disrespected the uniform. And you can hear from General Lucky Irabor stating the same point that we made yesterday here on the table. But, you know, just to sum up, we have a video now trending online that showed the moment FCT Minister Nyesom Wike allegedly withdraws his demolition squad from the disputed land of the former naval officer. In the video, a man records as the trucks drive away with a convoy of cars as people cheer on, saying, "Shame on you." Let's take a look.
FCT don't carry their truck go. Shame on you. Wike don't go with his truck. Soldier win this fight too. Only one he locks up soldier.
Every time they go, they're supposed to give order, say, may they destroy.
May they destroy. FCT don't pack their truck go. Wike don't go. You want to collect soldier land?
You know why? People when they die for their land,
I'm telling
they die
you.
for this land. Now you won't go collect them from them. Very insult now. Very insult. Now these people they die for this land.
All right, there you have it, Rufai. Your thoughts?
Couple of things. Let's set the record straight. The Minister Wike, I had to watch the video again just now, called the officer a big fool. So him saying that he couldn't have called him a fool is untrue. Let us learn to tell the truth at all times.
Yeah.
Secondly, when you are in a when you're in a pit, stop digging. I'm not sure Minister Wike has any proper PR advisors with him. What he should do, he can solve all this brouhaha now, go on television. I would like to apologize to Nigerians and everything. Just issue an apology statement. You see, the respect for him will go up.
That's it.
That's just it. And if he has advisors, you are in the wrong. When you are in the wrong, it takes a man of character and decency to apologize. It's not going to kill you if you do it. It's not a level of weakness. In fact, it shows you have strength and you have character. I yield the floor.
All right, so now he's denying the rift. There's no rift between himself and the military. Dr. Abate, quick comment. Oh, you wanted to say something, Ayo. I would like for you to take this story and then tie it in. Okay. Let Dr. Abate speak on this and then
first,
I'll give this story
you know,
to you.
since you say we should be very fast.
Yes.
When there are many titles, you can come up with this. You can say the humiliation of Nyesom Wike, because in this episode, he was thoroughly humiliated. Number two, you can say the many lies of Minister Wike, because we have just seen that he's even lying after the fact. Number three, you said he has not offered an apology. I think he has actually apologized. Mm-hmm. You know, in Yoruba land, they have this saying that, you know, an elder uses different styles to run away from cows. It takes wisdom. When you encounter a cow that is aggressive and it has big Once it is tied, the header we use. You backtrack. This is what Wike has done. He was very apologetic by saying that he respects the military. He has no problem with the military. He's not confronting the military. If he has a problem with the military, he knows where to go. So he knew all of that.
No, that's folding.
Folding
is different from apology. He fold.
Okay.
That one he folded. That's folding. Folding is different from apology is admittance and say we need to apologize and say I'm in the wrong. I'm sorry about it. That's folding. He fold.
I'm talking about folk wisdom. The way an elder uses to backtrack and protect himself. He was practically begging the military generals. And then on top of it, the same man that was calling the military officer Yerima a fool, he went there, he asked that his trucks should be removed and all the vehicles should be removed. that was a complete humiliation.
It was a shame.
However, let's make the point again. You should stop exposing the president of Nigeria, who has been magnanimous enough to give him a ministerial appointment, apart from using him as an APC political bouncer. And I say,
was that the Yoruba word you were using yesterday?
No, Omonile.
Omonile, is it bouncer?
Omonile is owner of the land.
No, but actually as Omonile, he's going on a frolic of his own. But the APC political bouncer, that looks like the assignment that he has been given.
Right,
so he should tread carefully. Because next time he challenges anybody in that Abuja, we cannot predict what they will do to him. So that wisdom that he has applied in this case, he should continue to borrow himself.
Some people are saying that God has paid him back for what he did to the PDP.
So many
all right. We'll take another story now. A woman identifying herself as Corporal Marian Agumba has made a passionate appeal to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the Chief of Army Staff, and the Chief of Defense Staff for intervention alleging sexual harassment, brutality, and threats to her life by senior army officers. In a video circulating on social media on Thursday, Corporal Agumba, who claims to have served the Nigerian army for 13 years, stated that she joined with her whole heart to serve the country, but has not had peace of mind since enlisting. She maintained that she has been victimized for refusing sexual advances from senior officers. Let's take a look.
I am not a criminal. I've never been fond one thing since I joined the army. I've been doing the work with my whole heart because of the frustration of officer wanting to sleep with me, wanting to do one or two with me, and if anytime they bring all those things I refuse, they will target arrogance. Lieutenant Colonel Osareme, because I refused to sleep with him, he did not only give order for them to assault me and my child, my 3-year-old boy. He gave them order to lock me up. He did not only stop there. They still charge me for the assault. They still charge me that I escaped confinement and then drank me. Where is that thing being done? That you will assault a soldier, you will lock the soldier with a baby. After doing all those things, you still charge and demand that soldier. Locking me 7 days after everything, without food, nothing, denying me access. I didn't know the whereabouts of my child throughout that 7 days in the Gadru. As an Igbo young lady, if you are not sleeping around with an officer, you will be suffering malice in Nigerian army. This is how they kept suffering us, intimidating us, maltreating us in Nigerian army. I got frustrated, I left. And yet they did not stop there. Let them leave me go. Let them let me go. Let them leave me alone. They said no. They kept threatening me. Now, my benefit of 30 years, they want to stop it. They want to revoke my certificate. They want to stop any benefit that is due to me. After I served Nigeria for 13 good years with my youth, I'm pleading for Mr. President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria for help. Please, if you are seeing this video, help me post this video.
Ayo, this is not the first time allegations of sexual harassment have emerged from the Nigerian military. In January 2024, another female soldier, Ruth Ogunleye, made similar accusations against senior officers. She was subsequently arrested, investigated, and eventually discharged from service, with the army claiming that she had mental health issues. Corporal Agumba's public appeal raises serious questions about accountability within the military and the mechanisms available for female soldiers to report abuse without facing retaliation. Ayo, we're seeing this incident again repeat itself. Corporal Agumba has made these serious allegations. We're calling on the military.
Thank you. I was going to actually also refer to ex-private Ruth Ogunleye because you brought it up on What's Trending, and we called for an investigation, which was done. An investigation, as you already mentioned, discharged her, found her senior officer not guilty. She even mentioned names in the same way that Corporal Agumba has mentioned names. When you see another incident like this come up in less than maybe in 2 years, we then see that maybe we need to take a closer look at the rules of engagement in the army, especially with regards to protecting female officers. We need to investigate these claims by Corporal Agumba because it's very similar to a claim that was made recently around not just a particular person, but the culture of sexual harassment. And that's not a tag that the Nigerian military wants to have. And so I believe that, yes, in trying to protect its name, protect the status of the military, we want to bury some stories. But I think it's even more important to protect women who, alongside the men, pay very huge sacrifices for the benefit of the nation. Women who can come out with their faces in full view, talk about allegations of sexual harassment, mention names, and truthfully, if we think about it, this is not far from the truth. It's not just in the military. In many organizations and in cultures around the nation, we see places where sexual harassment is not even properly defined. Some people will say, well, I'm just joking with you. What is wrong with you? Is it not just a joke? A lot of women experience this. And so it's not surprising to find out that in the military, it can occur. Yes. So what we're asking for now, and thanks for highlighting the story, is that can the military address this and even call for an inquiry that if there's any other woman, so we don't want to be seeing it every other year, that has been sexually harassed or intimidated by a senior officer or a colleague should come forward and speak and let there be actions meted out because it doesn't look good at all for the military. And let me just say this on the final note, talking about her entitlement. Yes. Going back to the first story and tying into this, it just shows that when we talk about the military, we keep talking about the respect for the office, the respect for the authority imposed on them by the state. We must continue to push for this, whether you're male or female, whether spoken to by a civilian or another military officer, we must respect these people, we must respect the office as the authority of the state.
Absolutely. I mean, these are serious, severe allegations made by Corporal Agumba. We look forward to a response to those allegations that she's made from the military. In another development, Nigeria's Minister of Foreign Affairs, Yusuf Tuga, had a public exchange on X with TV host Piers Morgan after he demanded the full and unedited airing of his recent interview on Uncensored. In a post shared on X, Tuga said he appeared on the British broadcaster's flagship program to present what he described as a factual and contextual perspective on allegations of religious persecution in Nigeria. The minister stated that his explanations were supported by verifiable data, though they may not have conformed to certain preconceived views. He emphasized that for the sake of integrity and transparency, the full interview must be aired exactly as recorded without edits or selective omissions. Piers Morgan, in responding to the minister's demand, stated that, "You seem to be panicking, Foreign Minister. Rest assured, we will air your comments in full. The show is called Uncensored for a reason. Whether people believe what you said remains to be seen." Well, in response, Yusuf Tuga wrote, "I am as cool as a cucumber, Mr. Morgan, and if I wasn't more equable, I would say you are flattering yourself, but I wouldn't. Just want to make sure you don't edit out the parts where you kept referring to the Chibok boys. Well researched." Well, I look forward to this interview. As of now, the complete version of the interview has not been released on Piers Morgan Uncensored's official platform. But, you know, we got a response from the Foreign Ministry's office saying that Yusuf Tuga was actually responding to the guest who had called him a liar on set. So it wasn't like he felt uncomfortable. He was actually responding to the guest to make sure that Piers Morgan air the whole show. I mean, Piers Morgan said it's called Uncensored for a reason, so I highly doubt that he would, clip it out. But meanwhile, Controversial Islamic cleric Sheikh Ahmad Gumi has accused some Christian groups in Nigeria's Middle Belt of staging fake mass killings to fabricate a genocide narrative. In a statement shared on his verified Facebook page, Gumi claimed that a doctor informed him that certain groups are burying empty coffins and recording the process as if real victims were killed to push the narrative of a Christian genocide. Gumi wrote on Facebook, "A doctor wrote me, do you know that some Middle Belt Christian groups are now staging fake mass killings? They are burying empty coffins and recording the process as if real victims were killed just to push the narrative of a Christian genocide. This is desperation at its peak, a disgrace, manipulating information just to provoke hatred and international sympathy." I mean, Gumi further described the genocide allegations as part of what he called a well-orchestrated plan to attack Sharia law and fuel Islamophobia. He urged President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to summon the U.S. ambassador and demand an official retraction of Trump's threat or consider severing diplomatic ties with the United States. However, Northern Can President John Hayab has dismissed Gumi's claims, accusing the cleric of lying and manipulation. Rufai, I mean, I'd like for you to tie in both stories. First, you know, the comment from Yusuf Tuga, and also, I mean, this is a serious allegation made by Sheikh Ahmad Gumi.
Please, with due respect, I must have to beg. It's not that hard to tell the truth. There's Christian genocide. People like Sheikh Gumi, from saying that Muslims are being killed, Christians are being killed, now they are trying to deny the corpses of people that died.
And I have actually seen videos, Rufai, I'm sorry I'm interrupting you on this one, about the coffins. I have seen open coffins of entire family members, babies, all Christians, being buried.
It has now shown that it's a propaganda people are trying to play. Yeah. But you see, in life, you will be judged by what you did. And we should be careful. Sheikh Gumi, in his propagandish nature, is now saying that these killings never happened, by saying that some of the coffins, or by saying that somebody sent him a message that some of the coffins are not what? That you don't have people in them. He's not going to deny the fact that we're going to say it again, and they might not like it. I don't want to be popular. I want to stand in justice. At all times. There's Christian genocide in Nigeria, and please, let's find a way to solve it. Let's not do this propaganda. Let's not pitch people against each other. And let's not deny the killings and the pains of Christians. We have to say things the way they are so that the government will solve this problem. The first approach the government took showed that they wanted to go the line of changing the narrative, which was wrong. Nobody's saying anything to spite anybody. We are speaking the truth so that we can get action.
Yes, absolutely.
And Sheikh Gumi saying this, he's very bad and insightful.
Really insightful.
And I'm shocked that Sheikh Gumi is saying this. Nobody's talking back at him.
Really?
Government is not saying anything. We are just looking.
All right.
It's not fair.
This is unfair, Dr. Bati, really unfair. I mean, I'd like to emphasize the point again that Professor Wole Soyinka made. You weren't here when we took the story where he talked about the fact that the people that are killing the Christians are Islamist extremists. They are not the regular Muslims, they are jihadists. And we have heard this over and over again. Unfortunately, I can't take your comment. I'd like to take this story so we can take, our milestone as well. But, we'll continue to follow up on the story, and, we would expect some more sympathy from the federal government of Nigeria regarding this very, very sensitive issue. We'll take another story now. Ezra Olubi, the co-founder and chief technology officer of Nigerian fintech company Paystack, has come under intense scrutiny on X after his ex-partner, Max Obaye, made allegations of emotional manipulation against the tech executive, claiming he faked his sexual orientation during their relationship. The allegations quickly gained traction online, leading to the resurfacing of Olubi's old tweets from 2009 to 2013. The posts, which contained inappropriate content, including jokes about pedophilia and misogynistic remarks, drew widespread condemnation across social media, leading to the tech billionaire deactivating his X account. In one of his tweets, he pointedly encouraged child rape, and he wrote on X, "On a lighter note, I hear sex with a minor cures HIV. So, my HIV followers, help yourselves. Your neighbor's daughter isn't looking bad today." We are also learning that Paystack has suspended Olubi for these allegations of sexual misconduct involving a subordinate. They have also reportedly opened a formal investigation. Paystack is one of Africa's most celebrated fintech success stories. It was acquired by Stripe for over $200 million in 2020. Olubi was honored with OON, I believe. I mean, we have celebrated the founders of Paystack. I mean, when we see tech executives in this sort of situation engaging in, commentaries or conversations like this, is really disheartening.
Well, as an ordinarily conservative person, in matters like this.
Yes.
When I read the Olubi files, they have Epstein files in the United States.
That's a good
Olubi
one.
files.
We have Olubi files in Nigeria. The kind of prurience, the kind of shocking, details of sexual perversion that I found in those tweets. I was shocked beyond words because the whole thing is about pedophilia, it's about sexual perversion, it's about, things that do not make sense. About the gentleman say you can cure HIV by sleeping with young girls, and not just young girls, those that are endowed, things like having sexual experience with a cat. And then, some details about a polycule community in Nigeria. A polycule community is where you have a polyamorous relationship, a kind of sexual evil commune, where people just engage in all kinds of sexual behavior. There's a law in Nigeria called Same-Sex Prohibition Act of 2015. Which is an existing law. I'm not aware that law has been enforced far enough. So all of this is just very embarrassing. It raises questions, one, about family. Where is the role of family in this case? Those children who belong to what they call polycule, who are their parents? Who are the members of their family? Number two is that, look, when you go on the internet never forgets. So because all of this was pulled out from the past tweets by the particular fellow. The third point, of course, is that the Paystack company, in order to defend its own integrity, has now suspended the fellow. I think this must be investigated, not just by the company, but also by the authorities, because we have laws. We have laws that frown against, perversion. To go back to the Shiekh Gumi story, I think Shiekh Gumi is insensitive. What he has said is irresponsible. It amounts to dancing on the grave of persons who lost their beloved relatives. And I think that he should be called to order. He's in Turkey, we're told. He should be called to order by the Nigerian government. When he steps back into this country, he should be invited for questioning and warned not to incite violence, because no country can survive religious war. Whatever the issue is.
Absolutely. No country can survive religious war. Should we take our good news report now? Highlighting Access Holdings chairman Igboje Igi-Mokwede and his wife Ofobwe Igi-Mokwede. Both have been chosen by His Majesty King Charles III as co-chairs of the Africa Advisory Board for the King's Trust International. Well, the appointment represents a significant milestone in the Trust's commitment to youth empowerment across the African continent, bringing decades of financial expertise and social impact experience to the leadership of its Africa operations. Founded in 2015, King's Trust International is a global network of charities created by King Charles to support young people's growth through education, employability, and entrepreneurship programs. The Africa Advisory Board plays a crucial role in establishing partnerships, securing resources, and creating initiatives tailored to address the unique challenges facing young Africans. The Igimokwedes bring extensive credentials to this position, their dedication to public service and decades of experience in both the financial sector and social impact position them to drive innovative and sustainable interventions for African youth across the continent. Oh, congratulations to the Igimokwedes. Since the King's Trust launched 10 years ago, it has supported over 100,000 young people in 20 countries across the Commonwealth. The Igimokwedes' track record through their foundation have shown that they understand both the challenges and the pathways to meaningful change for young Africans. Congratulations. This is what we'd love to see. Really, I am always so super excited when I see stories of collaboration with young African entrepreneurs. I'd love to thank you all for your great analysis as always on what's trending. Not too much Owambe tonight. You all have a great weekend. Well, that's all I have for you guys on What's Trending today. I'll see you all next week.